Since 1867, Lutheran Social Services of Illinois has been a steadfast presence in people's lives. As a statewide leader in providing human services, LSSI responds to and is present for people throughout their lifetime. Each year, with your support, we help nearly 70,000 people transform their lives. Here are just a few of their stories.
I got a phone call that there was a newborn baby that needed a placement.
He was 5 days old when we brought him home.
Aiden had a lot of issues as a baby, and we only kind of started recognizing them as problem issues when he was 2. He had a lot of anger, and he would slam his head against things. He wouldn't eat. We just tried to handle it on our own. And I said, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even like this child. And I felt horrible as a mom. And I called LSSI. Within a week, they had somebody out here.
My name is Jessie Cohen, and I am an adoption preservation therapist. We work with families who adopted children. The goal of it is to preserve the adoption and to support the family in any way. It's kind of an awesome program. Aiden is a 6-year-old boy. He had anger issues. He would have meltdowns at home multiple times a week where he would throw stuff and break his toys. The goal of TheraPlay is to develop the attunement between the family and the child. I saw dramatic improvements with his family.
Once LSSI got involved, it was like a weight lifted off her. It was a weight lifted off our marriage. And
that was transformative. Jessie kind of made us feel like we had done everything right. We just needed to do things a little differently for Aiden Elliott. Once we saw that and understood that, and he saw it and understood it, it was just transformative.
I met Jessie when I had anger and she had to come over. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I get really steamed up and my face turns red. The game makes me feel better. After we played the game, we had lots of candy and I had lots of bazooka bubble gum.
Jessie transformed Aiden Elliott's life because he felt more relaxed and more accepted and more understood.
it allowed us to experience Aiden as the joyful little boy that he is now.
My name is Robert Levis, and I'm a resident at Lutheran Center in Rockford, Illinois. Well, I played 35 years, almost 40 years professionally. Chicago Blues. I'm from Chicago originally. And Chicago Blues is the center of the universe as far as blues is concerned. I started playing guitar when I was 14. When I was 19, I was able to go to a club in Chicago that wasn't serving alcohol, so any age could get in. And that's where I first saw Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, Otis Rush. Toured Japan, United States, Canada, Europe, Scandinavia, many, many times. February 2014, I got very sick. I had to have major surgery. Through the months of therapy and that, I also had time to come to grips with what I was facing. And I accepted it, pretty much right away, what my fate is. And I always look on the bright side of things. So we were looking for housing that would more fit my needs.
My name is Rose Lane, and I'm the property manager for Lutheran Center. Lutheran Center is a 200 apartment building. It's primarily 62 and over. We do have some under 62 and disabled. Income-based. It's a community.
The Lutheran Center is one of the better housing places for people like me and people with disabilities, and being that it's run by Lutheran Social Services. A lot of support here from the staff and also from other residents who, we all kind of help each other out when it's needed. Heart and soul of blues musicians is really more uplifting than anything else. Lutheran Social Services does a wonderful job. I just think that it's a great thing that they do for people.
My name's Chris Blogg. I'm a resident at Shady Oaks East. It's fun to live here. We do a lot of activities and stuff. The people here are very nice.
Shady Oaks is a home for our residents. It's somewhere they can feel comfortable, a non-institutional environment for them to live. We have 32 residents. The majority of them have cerebral palsy. Many of our clients who have cerebral palsy rely on wheelchairs, and we provide them with all their daily living skills. The staff doesn't just complete the activities of daily living, but they help the individual complete them on their own. We encourage independence, and for a lot of our clients, this is a stepping stone back into the community, back into independent living. The Shady Oaks Developmental Training Center is a place for the clients to go Monday through Friday, where they can participate in classes. Programs can range from computer skills to specialized classes such as cooking and vocational training.
We're gonna make some kettle corn.
The Shady Oaks clients Handfuls of Hope. Kettle Corn Project is a way to provide our clients work in a meaningful way, to not only make, package, and sell, but our ultimate goal is for it to be a client-owned independent business.
We're just now getting the kettle corn business started. I'm learning how to use the machinery and stuff. Thanks to the kettle corn, we'll be able to hopefully make our own money and feel more independent in a way.
My name is Teresa Olson, and I am Christopher's second cousin. I love to come here to visit Chris, love coming and spending time with him. From the minute I walked in Shady Oaks, I just felt like it does give him a lot of independence. Seeing him interact with other people is wonderful.
Shady Oaks is like a family. Because of Shady Oaks, I've been able to learn to do things more on my own and not depend on other people to do them for me. And LSSI is a great organization, and Shady Oaks is like a family.
The Welcoming Center is an open access mental health clinic. We accept clients from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, regardless of ability to pay. We're an alternative to the ER program, so you can come in crisis and we can help you immediately.
My name is Eric Walsh. Lutheran Social Services has been transformative for me. The loss of a spouse is devastating. A little over a year ago, my wife passed away. I was quite depressed, and I was given a referral to here to kind of help me with the depression and everything. It has made me realize that I'm not the only one with troubles.
For some people, there's nowhere else to go. Being able to come in and start getting treatment, it's really important. We're trying to get people out of the emergency rooms so they can come here instead of the emergency room. It's a much more welcoming environment.
I came to live with my daughter last August, and I was hospitalized within 1 week of moving here. And a nice young lady from Lutheran Social Services came to my room, and she said, "I understand we might be able to help you." So that was my big push to come. She made the appointment for me to see Linda. Linda put me at ease, and I started pouring out my troubles. From the very beginning, I could tell Linda everything, and she understood. My first time at group, I thought, oh my gosh, some of my problems didn't seem so severe as others. But they're still my problems, and they do count.
The Welcoming Center has helped people transform their lives. We have people come in all the time who say, "Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here today without the Welcoming Center."
Coming here makes me feel good, and that's important to me.
My name is Eugene Dodge. I used to sell drugs and stuff. I used to be all in the streets and stuff, and I just want to get away from that. I want to have a fresh start. I hadn't had a job in a long time due to incarcerations.
Part of LSSI's Prisoner and Family Ministry, Employment Skills School is a program designed to teach individuals released from prison important aspects of employment training, from resume writing to interview skills.
LSI is teaching us the job skills and learn how to type, how to use computer, different Microsoft Word.
My name is Marsha Anderson. I am a volunteer with the Employment Skills School in Marion, Illinois for Lutheran Social Services of Illinois. The Employment Skills School are specifically focusing on what these returning citizens need when they get dropped back out trying to find a job. had one fella who was incarcerated for 25 years and looked at that computer and just freaked out. And so what we try to do is ease them back into what are going to be the basic expectations. They have to have the basics because that's what's going to be expected. They're going to get dumped out there on a job and they're going to be expected to know the basics of a computer.
A lot of these individuals, school has not been something on their radar. We encourage them to look at their skill set. How can we improve that skill set?
We put them through role playing. We do the mock job interview with them. We stress also financial management, life skills.
I know about working in the kitchen. I know how to, apply myself. I'm good at it. When I cook something, I like creating something with my hand that another person can enjoy. I want to go into the foods industry, and I want to go into a management and one day have my own business.
I want to be able to do something that I can help people be successful.
It is society's perception that these are people that really don't have a lot to offer. And of course, we've proved that to be very, very, very wrong.
LSSI gives these people the nurturing environment that they need so that they can come out of their shell, that they understand that they are worthy.
LSSI is transforming lives because these individuals are not going back to prison.
LSSI is a good program. They really do care. So you not only just hearing it, but you learning it. LSI is in the process of changing my life because we realize that we human.
LSSI remains grateful for the partnership of individuals, organizations, and churches whose generosity of time and resources are essential to our ministry. Through your continued investment, LSSI will go on helping people across Illinois transform their lives for years to come.